Hi, Internet. It's me, Pan42 Tarot. Welcome to this week's reading. I'm sorry if you can hear my cat purring. He has decided that he's going to do this reading on my lap for some of it, because I haven't been home in a couple of days, and he misses me. So, hopefully you can hear me over his purring, and his purring will hopefully be nice as opposed to like annoying. Okay, so today's a little different. Today we are going to be here he is, you see his little ears. Anyway, today we're going to be getting messages from certain cards in these decks. So this is a different way to do a reading, and I will show you how it's done. It is a really great way to do little readings for yourself. Yeah, I'll explain as we go. But these are the 4 different decks I'm going to be using today. We're going to get a message from the Star card, the Moon card, the Sun card, and the World card. I will show them each to you. So I guess I have to put you down so that I can show them the pretty cards. Yeah, I'm so sorry. So I also have some crystals for each pile, just in case the cards and the decks aren't enough for you. So, all right. So, this first deck is the Nightmare Before Christmas deck, and it has the Star card. This is Zero. He's super cute. So that's the card, and this is the stone that I picked to go with it. This is a lapis lazuli stone. Is it very nice? Lapis lazuli is about wisdom and stuff like that. Wisdom and self-trust. That kind of like energy of like trusting your own wisdom, and yeah, and it's a very grounding energy. It's got a lot of water in it. Anyway, so that's this one. I'm going to put the stones above the piles. Let's see. I'll put them there. Yeah? Okay. This second pile is the Hush Tarot, and this will be the Moon card. I'm doing them in the order that they appear in a traditional tarot deck. So here's the Moon card in this deck. It's a beautiful, this is like my favorite moon card of all time. So that's the Moon card in this deck. And then this is the stone I picked to go with it. It's a moonstone, obviously. I would pick the moonstone to go with the Moon card. This stone is all about trusting your intuition and making it blossom, and also healing emotional things, balancing emotions. That kind of thing. So that's pile number 2. Bless you, Magus. Pile number 3. This is my Mystic Fairy Tarot deck. And out of this deck, we will be getting the Sun card. Here is the Sun card in this deck. She's a real beauty. And the crystal I picked for this pile is this citrine drop. Citrine is about joy and happiness and self-love, just all around good energy. Yeah. So that's pile number 3. And our last pile, pile number 4, this will be the World card. And we have this is the Tarot of the Divine deck. This is the World card. I'll tell you which myth it is when we get to your pile. It's a beautiful card. And this is a star jasper stone, or the other name it goes by, which I liked better, was the firework jasper. I really like this rock. It's really pretty stone. And it's all about grounding and following your dreams and hope. And yeah, the stars are all about hope and things, but fireworks are about joy and celebration, which the world card is kind of about. Okay, so those are our 4 piles. Leave this stone here. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's the star, the moon, the sun, and the world. This is how they appear in a regular deck. The only missing card is between them, which is the Judgment card, which is right here between the sun and the world. But I figured we'd get some messages from our heavenly bodies today. So I like that in this lighting, the sun card glows. Makes total sense for the sun card. So I hope you pick out a cool pile. This is gonna be a fun little new way to pull cards, and it's really good for you to do personally. I'll explain in each of your readings, but it's a very fun little spread. So after last week of really intense energies and really intense thought, this week we're gonna have some nice messages from the heavenly bodies that are in the tarot deck. Okay? All right. I'll see you all at your groups. Bye, Internet. Hi, group number 1s. Welcome to your reading this week. This week we're going to get messages from the star card. So here's the star card in this deck. It's Zero, Jack's little dog, who's so hopeful all the time. The star card is a very cool card because it's all about hope and seeing a future for yourself and things like that after a really difficult time, because it comes right after the Tower card, which is a big, as we know, a big, huge moment of change and stuff. So the way we do this reading, I will demonstrate and then I will actually do it. The way you do this reading is, so we're asking for messages from the energy of the star. Now, the energy of the star is hope and future plans kind of thing. So when you're struggling with finding hope in a situation or you're feeling a little down, what you'd want to do is take your tarot deck and give it a good shuffle, and then go through the deck and find the star card and look at what cards are on either side of the star card to get your message. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to give this deck a real good shuffle, and then we're going to see what messages you get. This is a really great way for you to do a personal reading for yourself, especially if you don't have a specific question and you just need some messages from a certain energy. You find the card that represents that energy and then look at the cards around it. Yeah, so guides of group number 1, would you please give us messages from the star? No, thank you. We're not trying to pop out cards right now. Thank you. All right. That tells me it's done shuffling. So now we're going to look through the deck and find the star card and what cards are on either side of it. All right. So these cards are a little sticky. It's going to take me a second to find it. But once I do, we'll lay out the cards and see what we got, okay? So, more about the star card. The star card, bless you, Magus. Sorry, my cat is sneezing as per usual. The star card is about hope and like seeing the value in yourself, like you are the bright shining star and you have come through some crazy shit to get here. And it's about celebrating that fact and also recognizing that you've been through some stuff and that you have come out the other side better and more yourself. And it's also got this cute little message because this is the Nightmare Before Christmas deck. It's got the cute little message of Zero, who is the, oh, there he is, who is the sweet dog. So I'm going to take the 2 cards on top of the star card and the 2 cards underneath of the star card. And then we're going to lay them out and see what they say, all right? So, here we go. So, the other message that this star card in particular has is that he acts as Rudolph, the shining guiding light for Jack's sleigh, which is another cute little message of the Christmas Nightmare Before Christmas deck. Okay, so as we see them, we have the 6 of Presents, which in this deck is the 6 of Pentacles. We also have the Judgment card. You focused? Okay, good. Then the Star card. And then we have the 8 of Needles, which in this deck is the 8 of Swords. And lastly, we have the Death card, which is also an 8. Oh, no, wait, sorry. That's a 13. My bad. I was looking at the... Anyway, so I'm going to lay them all out here. Ooh, there we go. Okay. So, what I'm seeing here is... Can we get a little closer with this? No, I don't think so. Anyway, so here we have the message of hope in the middle. Now, behind this card, we have the 6 of Presents and the Judgment card. So the 6 of Presents talks about generosity and giving to others. In this deck, you can see it has a bunch of little ghosts holding presents, getting ready for Christmas, I assume. And then we have the Judgment card, and in this deck, it is Santa's list that he checks twice. So, I mean, talk about judgment, right, guys? And then over here, we have the 8 of Needles, and the 8 of Needles is the 8 of Swords, which talks about in the traditional tarot, it is an image of a woman who is blindfolded, and she is tied up and in the midst of a bunch of swords. And then we also have the Death card. Now, the Death card is not to be taken as literal death, especially in this reading where we're talking about messages from the star, which is the energy of hope and new beginnings, and I've been through something and now it is time for me to come out the other side. There's light at the end of the tunnel. So I don't believe this Death card is about actual death. So as a whole, what I'm seeing here is we have, if I'm reading this as things you have done and things you will do, is how I'm going to read it. Because these came behind the star card like this, and these came on ahead of the star card like this. So these are the things that you should do, and these are the things that you have done. Okay? So, as a message of hope, what I'm seeing is that the Star card is telling you, so in the past, in your Tower moment, which is what happened right before the Star card, you, even in the midst of all of that, you were very generous with other people. You were very generous with yourself and your time, and that is something to be seen as beautiful, as wow, like look at you doing that in the midst of your own chaos. You gave to others, which is a beautiful thing, and it is one of the reasons why you are the star, why you embody this energy of hope and beauty and bright new beginnings. The other thing that this is telling you is that even in the midst of a hard time, you were able to separate yourself emotionally and look at it from a place of judgment, not in the way of like, I'm going to judge myself for all the things that I have done and things like that. No, what it's talking about is, see how Santa Claus, when he's checking his list twice, the list he's checking is not of all of the bad things, it's of all of the kids that he needs to remember to bring a present to, right? So this judgment that you were sitting in your midst of your dark night, it was constructive. It wasn't, you weren't trying to just see the bad. You were trying to see it and learn from it and see the good that could come from it. You were taking your emotions out of it, and instead of viewing everything as horrible and the end of the world and things like that, instead of that energy, what you brought was a calm, cool head that saw things for what they were and not for the imagined craziness that it could have been perceived as. So these are the things that you have done that have really contributed to reaching the Star card, to becoming the Star card, to embodying this vision of hope and wisdom for yourself. These are excellent things. These are positive things that you have done that the Star card is like, keep doing those. These are the things that you are so good at. And then these two cards are about things that you should do. This is advice. This is the next step in your journey to be that bright, shining star. I just saw 11:33 on my camera. I normally don't have the like numbers up to tell me like how long I've been filming, but that's kind of cool that you had a double number, 11:33. I don't know if that's anybody's numbers, but I was reminded to remember numbers are important last week, so I am trying to remember, and the universe just reminded me. So anyway, so the future things that you should draw your attention to that will help bring in this energy of new hope, of new beginnings, of moving forward towards the light, out of the darkness. These are the two energies you've been given. Now, these are really cool because this card, unlike a traditional tarot deck where you see the woman trapped and she is not doing anything to get herself untrapped, this is the scene, here I'll show you closer. This is the scene in the movie where Sally, instead of staying trapped with the evil scientist man, she unsews her own arm to be free of him. So in this deck, this energy is much more active, much more proactive than the traditional tarot deck. So it's really cool in the way that like the star is telling you as a forward thing that you should do to move you forward is to do this, to think creatively, to get out of situations that perhaps you feel stuck in. It's to be proactive, to not let the binds that are holding you stop you from moving forward, but instead unravel what they are and if they're super important and what needs to break, what needs to be let go of to move forward. So yeah, this is a really cool energy for the hope moving forward. And then we have the Death card, which, guys, in the message of the star, like being like, hey, we're gonna go forward into this bright, beautiful light that is ahead of us. The Death card is super cool because the Death card talks about rebirth, re-beginnings. Like, endings have to happen for new things to come about. So it could be a slight warning that there's more things for you to let go and get rid of, or more things for you to say goodbye to before you get to the next stage, before you get past the Moon card to the Sun card on your Fool's journey, because that's what the major arcana are. They tell a story. They start at the Fool and they end at the World. So the next step in your journey is to get from the Star card is the Moon card, which does involve some deep thought, some some analytics, analyzing of yourself, of your intuition, of your hidden fears and feelings, to like purge the things that are unhelpful so that you can rebirth like a butterfly into something greater and better. And yeah, that's your light at the end of the tunnel, is even though there's death, there's something to be let go of. The star is saying, don't fear this death. It is only a vehicle to bring forth the new, to change, to grow. Yeah. So, like I said, these readings are going to be super small and simple today, because last week was huge and crazy and I needed a break, and I'm sure you guys needed a break as well. So the last thing I'm going to do for you guys is I have my Fairy Wisdom Oracle deck, and I'm going to shuffle this and get any last messages we can from the Star card. And I went through all of my decks to pick out like my favorite version of each of these cards, and this one is my favorite version of the Star card because it gets across to me the message of hope and joy and bursting forth with energy, and just, it's so cute. I love Zero. He's such a good puppy dog. So, Star card. Do you have, or stars in general, stars up in the sky, do you have any messages for my group number ones that they should be aware of as they take on your energy? They take on the energy of the Star card with hope and joy to move forward on their continuing path to enlightenment. So that's one. I'm going to shuffle one more time, see if there's anything else in here for you guys. Oh, that's it. Okay, this one. Here we go. Ooh, pretty. So we have number 8, Winter. Ooh, very pretty. So I'm going to put this here. Can you see it still? I'll move it up a little. There. And then I'm going to read it to you, because it's an oracle deck and I don't have them all memorized. So, number 8, Winter. All right. this is actually a really good card for you guys. So, number 8, winter. Keyword, rejuvenation. Winter is part of the transformation of life within the great cycle, the dormancy of nature and all that dwells on earth. You may feel like pulling into your ruby cave and being alone to yourself and spirit. This time, it is time to observe your inner workings and to work with the great mysteries of life. Change is in the air, but before it can manifest, you must step up for the activity of the spring. This is a time to gather your energies to you. This card is saying that you are almost ready for the next phase of life. But before you step into it, you must rest and hibernate in winter's cave, knowing you are safe and warm within the earth. You have come far on your journey. Yeah, because the star card's like near the end, you guys. Let the fairies guide you to that place of rest. For every activity you need a corresponding response. This will keep you in balance as you continue on your path. This is the time of regeneration. Take care of yourself. This can be taking the time to watch a good movie, read a book, do a hobby, meditate, go for a walk in a winter wonderland, or take a blissful nap. Whatever feels right and peaceful to you. Give yourself permission to rest and rejuvenate. It is a basic need. Observe dogs and cats. See how many hours a day they sleep? Preparation time is just as important as the trip itself. Without proper preparation, one does not get very far. And this is the little poem they have at the bottom. Spirit of winter, wrap me in the warmth and contentedness of life at rest. Bring to me the knowledge that I am housed in spirit. No matter what goes on in the world outside, I am in harmony within my heart. Winter's chill cannot find me. I gladly accept this period as a time for rejuvenation. I choose to suspend myself in the radiance of the winter's light. Warm and peaceful and brilliant is my journey within, so be it. Make a paper snowflake today. Aww, that's cute, guys. Well, I know this was a short reading, but this is all I'm seeing for you guys. So, I hope you have a blessed everything. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all guys next week. Bye, group number 1s. Hi, group number 2s. Welcome to your reading about messages from the heavenly bodies. So, your card that you picked is the moon card. This is my favorite moon card that I have. It's really pretty. The moon card is about hidden emotions and feelings. This is the moonstone that you picked, just so you can see it again. So, the moon card is about hidden emotions and fears and anxieties and working through those things. So, this reading is a little different than what we're normally used to, okay? So, I'm going to show you an example and then I'm actually going to do it, okay? This is a really good way for you to do personal readings for yourself because you can pick as many cards as you want and it really makes it personal and easy to do if you're like, I don't know how to approach a really big spread. So, what you do is you pick out a card that you want to know the energy of or get messages from. So today it's the moon card, but it could be anything. Say you want like inspiration, then maybe you want the Knight of Wands. Or say you're having a tough time making a decision, maybe you want the Two of Swords. So what you do is you'd shuffle your deck real well and then you'd flip your deck over and you'd search through all of the cards to find the card that you're looking for. So we're looking for the moon card, and we'd pick a couple of the cards on either side of it to see what the message is that that spirit is giving you based on what's around the energy that you're looking for. All right? So now I'm going to shuffle the cards for you real good, and we're going to do that reading, okay? So, Moon, you represent emotions and deep hidden feelings, and also our anxieties and fears, and you really influence our emotions. So could you please give us a message for pile number 2 around these fears and anxieties of theirs? And yeah, just give us some advice and some wisdom. All right. So now we're going to, actually I'm going to do this too. 1, 2. Whoop, I don't want pops. Thank you. I don't want pops. I know you want a pop so bad. Okay. Thank you, guides, for trying to pop out. I know that's normally how I do things. All right, now we're going to search through the deck and look for our moon card. And I'm going to pick the 2 cards on top of the moon card and the 2 cards underneath of the moon card. And that will be our message, all right? So that's the sun card. I really love this moon card because I chose this moon card to represent me during a time that I was really going through a dark night of the soul. So I love the art of this moon card. I love that there's a raven in it because ravens are all about knowledge and hidden knowledge and stuff like that. So it's tied into like the energy of the high priestess as well, which is really cool. Where are you, moon card? Did I miss you? Oh, there you are. Wow, you're right at the top of the deck. So we have 2 cards here and 2 cards here. So cool. Put your deck over here. All right, so I'm going to read them I'm going to show them to you how I'm going to spread them out. All right, so your first card is the King of Pentacles. Ooh. And then you have the Tower card. Interesting. And then you have the Moon card. And then we have this is the 9 of Swords. Wow, both anxiety cards right out there. Right out there. Okay. And then we also have the Emperor card. You focused? Focus on the Emperor card, please. Thank you. Okay. So, here I'm going to lay them all out. Wow. So I think it's really interesting how you have very like king emperor energy on either side of your reading. That's really cool. King of Pentacles and Emperor have a lot in common. They're like brother cards. They have a lot of the same kind of energy. So this one I'm really reading as more of a story. So, as I hope most of you know, if you don't know, I'm going to explain right now. So, the the major arcana, which are the cards like the Tower and the Moon and the Emperor and the Empress and like all those kinds of cards, they form the major arcana. And they actually form their own story, which is the Fool's Journey is what they call it, because it starts at the Fool and it ends at the World. The Moon card is near the end of that journey. And it's that moment after things start to look up, like after the Tower, it comes, actually the Star card comes right here in between the Tower and the Moon. The Moon is that moment after things start looking good that you start to worry that things are going to go bad again. So what I'm seeing here is that before this Tower moment, you were already the King of Pentacles. You already had a lot of your shit together. The King of Pentacles is very wise, very determined individual, and the King of Pentacles. The thing that might be the shadow aspect of the King of Pentacles is he's a little bit slow in moving forward. He gets a little stuck in habits because he is an earth element. He gets a little too grounded sometimes. Like if you were going to look for the bad aspects of a King of Pentacles, that would be it. So this Tower moment really came to shake up your foundations. That's what a Tower moment is. Like, it's there to shake your foundation, to really challenge you to become better as a person. Now, the Moon card here is talking about how, and this Nine of Swords here, it's talking about how the shaking of your foundation really upset you. Like, it really, your guides are saying, like, it made you face a lot of anxieties that you didn't really know you had because you were so comfortable in this energy of King of Pentacles. It shook you up. It shook you up good. At first you were really good at hiding it, is what I'm seeing with the Moon card. Like, you kept it all kind of inside, but at some point it burst forth in your dreams, in your anxiety, in a more public way that people started to be concerned about you. It's really interesting how both of these cards have the exact same background color. I don't know if you can see, but it's like exactly the same. So this Tower moment, it really shook you up, and it shook you up in ways that you didn't expect, in like a deeply soul upsetting kind of way, that you almost lost sight of yourself, you almost lost sight of your own power, and you almost lost sight of the fact that there is a hope card in between these two. Like, the Star card would go right here. The hope, you lost sight of your hope a little bit. You lost sight of your light. The Moon card, it's positive in a way because it is talking about bringing forth hidden things instead of hiding them, instead of ruminating on them and just letting them fester. The Moon brings them to the surface and really puts them out there so that you can move past them. Now, this upsetting moment, your guides are saying it's not what defines you. Like, you're getting stuck in this anxiety because you were so rocked, because you didn't think you would be so rocked by anything that came along. And now you're a little mistrusting of yourself, a little anxiety-ridden, in a way that you hadn't been before. But your guides have this message at the end of your reading here with the Emperor that this is not the end of this journey. In fact, it's a very Like, this King of Pentacles needed to evolve. They're saying it didn't happen for nothing. Like, you're not, your worry is justified. It was supposed to rock you, but it wasn't for nothing. This was a very important moment for you. And your guides say it is part of your evolution from a general king to an emperor. Like, you needed this moment, you needed this anxiety, you need this moment of self-doubt to be able to see the power that you really have, to be able to harness that power and move forward with even more control, more understanding, more wisdom, the more power. The emperor is somebody who controls an entire empire of people, of land, of wealth. And the King of Pentacles only has one kingdom. This moment, yes, it was upsetting. Yes, it upset deep emotions that you hadn't confronted, but they needed to be confronted so that you could evolve, so that you could grow, so that you could become more. And like, the message of the Moonstone is a really pretty one. So even though it talks about hidden emotions and bringing balance to all of our hidden emotions, all of those things, the stone itself, it looks like just a black and white stone, right? But hidden within, let's see if I can find any of them. I don't think I can find them in this light, but hidden within this seemingly simple black and white stone, if you catch the light just right, there's rainbows. There's rainbows hidden in this. So the message here is, yes, it's upsetting. Yes, it's anxiety. Yes, it's change. It's a lot of change. But there's a rainbow hidden in this. There's a rainbow hidden in this moment. And it's going to change you for the better. It's going to bring you to this pot of gold. And you'll be so much better for it. So much. I also just saw 1414 on my camera, so I don't know if that's anybody's numbers, but there you go. Also, like, 14 reduces down to 5, so 2 5s, and like 5 is the number of change, so your guides are like, yes, change, you need it. So the last thing I'm going to do for your group number 2 is I'm going to shuffle my Fairy Wisdom Oracle deck and see what other messages the Moon card has, or the Moon itself has, for you here today. And that will be the end of your reading, because it's a nice simple reading today. Because I wanted to show you that, like, not everything has to be super crazy. In fact, a lot of times when people or I do this reading of finding the energy in the deck and pulling the cards around it, we just used 2, like 1 on either side. Today I used like 4, but that's because I wanted to give you guys a little bit more information than just 2 cards. So here we go. Guides and Moon, please, of pile number 2, please give us a message about this Moon energy and how we're going to evolve and move forward. Oh my goodness. They're all almost jumping. And then, oh, that one. Okay, let's see if there's any more just in case. Because so many just tried to jump. Oh my gosh, that's too many, you guys. If you want one more, do one more, but not like 5. No, okay. Just this one then. Okay, so the card that you guys got is, 51, Whispers of Spring. Ooh, that's a really pretty one. Love the colors, light pink and purple. You know what, guys don't know, but my hair is light pink right now, which is fun. Because I'm trying to bring in spring energy. So I'm going to read this to you from the deck. Card 51. 51. Here it is. Whispers of Spring. Card 51. Growth is the key word. In spring, the world comes alive again with a rebirth of color, sensation, and sunlight. Not even the spring rains can keep our spirits dampened. It is a favorite time for the fairy folk. There is so much for them to do. It is a time when they are busy helping nature, new plants, and young creatures. Spring is about growth. Visualize yourself on a bright spring day. Just breathe in deeply of all the fresh smells. Feel how clean the air is, how crisp, with just the right touch of warmth. Smell the new blossoms that are blooming all around you. Feel the freedom of going outside without a jacket or shoes, if you choose. In spring, there is a sense that anything is possible. There is no shortage of hope. Bring spring into your life whenever you need it. If you have chosen this card, it is a good omen of hope and positive growth. What may have been stagnant now takes on fresh momentum. You are starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Life is new and abundant, and you are ready to start again. Have confidence in yourself and your destiny. You are on the right track. And this time, you may be starting a new project or job or study. Enjoy the journey. And this is the little poem they have at the end. I breathe the essence of spring into my body. I am energized and made ready for this next step of my journey. I am filled with hope and I trust in my good. All is right in my world. So be it. Dig in the dirt today. Aw, that's a perfect message for you guys. Well, I hope you guys have a blessed everything. It's been so nice reading for you today. And please like, comment, subscribe, push the little thumbsy uppy button. And I hope you all have an amazing everything. And thank you so much for watching. This was Pan by group number 2. Hi, group number 3s. Welcome to your reading about messages from the celestial bodies that are in the tarot deck. So, what I have here, this is the Sun card. Ooh, this is the card you picked. This is the Sun card from this deck. This is my Mystic Fairy Tarot deck. It's a very pretty one. Ooh, she's very bright. And then also this is the citrine that you picked. It's very cool and clear and pretty. So this reading is a little bit different than like how I normally do readings. So this is like a really cool spread that you can do for yourself that's really easy and doesn't take a lot of thought or energy. And it's just like a thing you can do if you're trying to just practice tarot. So what you do is you find a card that either is the energy that you're seeking or like it is the, it's the answer to what you want. Like I'm having money problems. Then you might want to look for the 10 of Pentacles or something like that. So the energy of the Sun card is very positive. It's just like bright, beaming, and like it's so hard to get the light right on it because it's so bright and joyous and just, it is a celebration card. It is the light is here and we are happy kind of a card. So the messages of this reading are hopefully going to reflect the positive nature of the Sun card. So if you're in need of positivity, or you're in a very positive moment and you just kind of want to know like advice or what to do about it or what to do with all of this positive energy that you might be experiencing, this is a great way to do that. So I'm gonna do an example first, and then I'm actually gonna do it. Okay, so what you do is you take your deck and you just shuffle it. I'm putting the sun card back in. You just shuffle it, and then once you're done shuffling, however you like to shuffle, you would go through the entire deck and look for the specific energy you're looking for. Today, it is the sun card, so we're looking for the sun card. There she is. And then you would pull the sun card, and then the cards on either side of her in the deck. And then you would read the message that it has for you based on what cards you pull. All right? So what we're doing is that, but I'm gonna actually shuffle the cards now. So here we go. Sun card. Could you please give us some messages for group number 3 about your energy and the positive light coming towards them? Just give us some advice or something we need to know. Just bless us with your energy here today. And let us know exactly what we need to know. I'm gonna do this. Don't freak out, guys. I don't want any pop cards. I just want to shuffle the deck nicely enough that the sun is in there somewhere. All right? Okay. So now that we're all shuffled, I'm going to go through this deck and find the sun card. So there really is like not much debate about what the sun card means. Like the sun is the sun. And it's very positive. I'm actually currently working on like a group of songs that represent different cards. And the sun card always comes out to me as something like the song Tomorrow in the musical Annie. Oh, there she is. The sun will come out tomorrow. So we're going to take the sun card and we're going to take the 2 underneath of it and the 2 on top of it. And then I will show you what these cards are, okay? So, we have for you today, we have the 3 of Swords. Oh, focus. Thank you. We have the 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords is the first card. Then we have the Priest card, which is number 5. In this deck, the Priest is the Hierophant card. He's really cool. I really like this Hierophant a lot. And then we have the Sun card, which you've seen already, but I'll show you again because she's so pretty. And then we have the Ace of Cups. Ooh. The Ace of Cups. And then lastly, we have the 3 of Pentacles. Amazing. Awesome. Cool. So I'm going to spread them out here for us to see. Wow, this is a really beautiful little message, you guys. Over a little. Okay. This is a really cute message story that we have here. So I'm going to read this as a story, just going from this side to this side. So, in the past, there has been a moment of 3 of Swords, which is the moment of heartbreak, the moment of complete and utter betrayal, of sadness, of total, just broken down, sad, right? Just, it's normally it's a heart with 3 swords just jammed into it. It's the moment of grief, of utter sadness, of that huge breakup, of somebody passing away, of just grief and sorrow and, yeah, just sadness, all right? So there's been a moment in the past, maybe recent, maybe a while ago, that that brought you a lot of grief. That was very sad for you. But your guides are telling me, but in that moment of sadness, what you did was you didn't let it consume you. Instead, you turned to your own spiritual path, your own spiritual guidance, either your guides or whatever religion you follow, or you turn to something religious in nature, something spiritual in nature. You turned to a higher power for help. You asked for help in this moment of sadness. You recognized that you had the power to call on something higher than yourself for help, which is in and of itself a really good big step. Like, realizing that we have the power to call on things that are greater than us for help is a very revolutionary moment for some people. And that led you to this moment of the sun, of suddenly there was hope in the darkness, of suddenly a light came forth. Maybe it was your deities that came forward for you, or maybe it was just a moment of realization of, I'm actually so much better without this thing that I'm grieving, or maybe it's something like, oh, but I was so sad before this happened, and even though I'm sad that this thing happened, now that I'm in past the thing, I'm much happier. This is a moment of happiness, of something either coming in to bring happiness after a big moment of sadness, or a realization about this big sadness that brought happiness because of the oh, your candle went out. Sorry. A wick died. Sorry, guys. I will get another candle real quick. So where was I? I was saying the sun, this positive moment that your guides or whoever you turn to for help, it came through this avenue somehow. And as you moved through this moment of happiness, you came to a realization that there was new emotion bubbling up inside of you. There was something new and exciting about this moment of happiness, whether it's a person or a new opportunity or something. This moment of sun that was granted to you awakened something within you, some emotion, some deep thing that you had thought was totally buried, that you thought would never happen again, maybe because of this sad moment. Like if it was a breakup, maybe this moment of sun made the first stirrings of love resurface. Like that first realization of, oh, I can feel love outside of this thing and be happy about it. Like, that's a very big moment when you realize that you can love again. There's this beautiful quote. I actually have it over here. There's this beautiful quote that happened in one of my very favorite D&D podcasts, The Adventure Zone, and it was about somebody had watched somebody die, and this quote was about grief and the days later after grief. So I'm going to read it to you because this perfectly sums up the emotion here, the bubbling up of something beautiful. I might cry reading this because it's a really emotional moment in the whole story, so I'm going to read it to you. Here we go. One day, believe it or not, you're going to laugh at a joke. You're going to go swimming. You're going to smile in the sunlight. You're going to pet yourself a good dog, and it's going to make you feel happy. You ain't always going to feel like this. Other people maybe, but not you. And how did you get there? How do you get to that point? I don't know, but you are going to get there. Yeah. So it's this moment of the first laugh, of the first bubblings of joy after such a dark moment. And it's this moment, whether it's happened already or not, it's going to. It's coming. It's coming for you. This moment of joy. This moment of, I can feel things again after being dormant for so long. And the next message after that from your guides is that not only is this going to bubble up, but there's going to be a unification with somebody or something that's going to let you employ those feelings, to really explore those feelings and let them burst forth, because the Three of Pentacles is all about working together with somebody to build something. In this card, you can see she's gathering pentacles and she's gathering harvest with like the little insects and things, right? But like this moment is, it's the moment of realizing that not only do you have the stirrings of these emotions that are so positive, but like you have a place to put them. You have a place to build on them, to grow, to change, to grow with other people in a way that you haven't done in a long time, seemingly. So that's really exciting for you guys. What a beautiful sun moment. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do for you guys is I have my Fairy Wisdom Oracle deck, and I'm just going to shuffle it real quick, and we're going to get any last messages from the sun. All right, Sun card / the sun / our guides. Could you please bring out for pile number 3 any last messages of joy, of beauty, of just utter light that is coming for them, or that is already in their lives, that we are very grateful for, by the way. Just one card for pile number 3. These cards are very big, and I decided to wear thumb rings today, which is making it very difficult to shuffle. Guides of pile number 3, could you please give us one message for pile number 3? No jumpers? That's fine. If we don't have any jumpers, I'll just... Oh, there it is. Thank you. Okay. So. You know what? I'm going to get one more card, because this is a great card for you guys, but I feel like there's more to this message, because actually I just got this card in pile number 1. So I don't know if you were drawn to pile number 1, maybe that one's for you guys too. Oh, there you go. All right. So we have 2 cards for you guys. Ooh, this is great. So we have card number 8, which is the card of winter. I'm going to read both of these to you guys out of the book. And the other one we have is card 30, which is Hummingbird Dreams. I really like this one. It's a beautiful art piece. Okay, so can you see them if I put them down there? Yes, you can still see them. So I will read these to you. So, card number 8 is the card of winter, and its keyword is rejuvenation. Here we go. Winter is part of the transformation of life within the great cycle, the dormancy of nature and all that dwells on earth. You may feel like pulling into your ruby cave and being alone with yourself and spirit. It is time to observe your inner workings and to work with the great mysteries of life. Change is in the air, but before it can manifest, you must rest up for the activity of spring. This is a time to gather your energies to you. This card is saying that you are almost ready for the next phase of life, but before you step into it, you must rest and hibernate in winter's cave, knowing you are safe and warm within the earth. You have come so far on your journey. Yeah, because the Sun card is actually really close to the end of the Fool's journey. It's like 2 cards away from the end of the journey. Let the fairies guide you to that place of rest. For every activity you need a corresponding response. This will keep you in balance as you continue on your path. This is a time of regeneration. Take care of yourself. This can be taking the time to watch a good movie, read a book, do a hobby, meditate, go for a walk in a winter wonderland, or take a blissful nap. Whatever feels right and peaceful to you. Give yourself permission to rest and rejuvenate. It is a basic need. Observe cats and dogs. See how many hours a day they sleep. Preparation time is just as important as the trip itself. Without proper preparation, one does not get very far. And the little thing at the bottom says, make a paper snowflake today. And your second card is card number 30, Hummingbird Dreams. Ooh, so mysterious. Oh, cute. So it says, Hummingbird Dreams, keyword, the smallest. Even those who seem the least to us have their dreams. The tiniest and the weakest have their place in the universe just as we do. They have a special job that only they can do, a place that only they can fill. There is no one being that is more important or more worthy than another, regardless of the form in which they choose to express themselves in life. We marvel at the tiniest hummingbird. How can it move its wings so rapidly that it can hover in one spot and then fly off in a split second? What strength and agility it has! What divine form! It's hard to believe that something so tiny can bring such beauty and wonder. If you are feeling small and insignificant, remember your uniqueness. The only shoes you have to fill are your own, and they fit you just fine. There are no insignificant people, none who are less whole than any other. Eliminate prejudices and judgments, whether cast upon yourself or another. If you feel that someone is not up to your standards, then realize that that is what you are projecting upon them. Change your perspective and see them as they truly are, a reflection of God's energy, just as you are. Spirit expresses through us all in its own way. It's not for us to second guess. If you are feeling less than whole, remember your divine birth and take comfort in knowing that you are divinely perfect. Pursue your dreams. And now that you are divinely guided, pursue your dreams and know that you are divinely guided. Have faith in your dreams and your abilities. It's okay to have faith in other people's dreams. Help and encourage them to believe in themselves. Take time to notice the small things today. Oh, that's really sweet, guys. Okay, that's all I'm seeing in this reading for you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to your guides for being here. I hope you guys have a blessed everything. And thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Push a little thumbsy uppy button if you can for me. It really helps the channel. And yeah, this was Pan. Thanks, guys. Bye. Hi, group number 4s. Welcome to your reading today, all about the messages from our heavenly bodies that are in the tarot deck. So, you guys picked Messages from the World card. This is the World card in the Tarot of the Divine. It's super cute. It's a really beautiful love story of, hold on, I have to look at the names to say them. It's the love story of Hinamoa and Tataneki, I think is how you say their names. It's a New Zealand myth / love song, and it's beautiful. And the World card is all about completing stories. And this is the crystal that you picked. It's a stone. It's a jasper. Firework jasper is what this one is called. And it's about hope and happiness and celebration, which is kind of what this World card is about. This whole World card is about the unification of two lovers and the completion of a story and a long journey to get there, which is exactly what the World card is, because it's the end of the Fool's journey. This is what the World card is about. So this reading is going to be its own little unique thing. It's a style of reading that I wanted to show to you guys because it's very helpful for individual practice. It's very helpful for getting to know you and your deck, and it's smaller and simpler so that you don't have to like do a huge reading whenever you want to sit down with your cards for a little bit. This is a great like 5-minute, here's a spread. So what you do is you pick a card that you want to bring in the energy of. Like, so in this instance, we're using the World card, which is the energy of a completed story, of endings, of completed cycles, of happy endings. The card of, I have reached the end of this journey and it is time to celebrate kind of energy. You could pick, if let's say you're not sure how to make a decision and you want some guidance on that, maybe you'd want to look for the Two of Swords and use that as your base energy for this reading. But so I'm going to show you an example of how to do it, and then I'm going to actually do it. Okay, so what you would do is take your normal tarot deck, you'd shuffle it however you like to shuffle, everybody's different, and then you'd flip it over and you would go through looking for the card that you had decided you wanted to hear messages from. And today we're doing the World card, so we go through here and we look for the World card, which I put in the middle somewhere, so it should be pretty easy to find. Where'd you go, World card? Here it is. Okay, so you'd find the World card, and then you'd pick the two cards that are on top and on bottom of the card. And then read, you would have a little, like, what does this mean? What does these cards, how do these cards relate to the World card and all that stuff? So that's the little reading. Today, I'm going to pull even more. I'm going to pull 2 on either side of the card so that I can get a fuller picture for you guys. So now I'm going to put all these cards back and we're going to shuffle. And we're going to find the World card and figure out what messages the universe has for you, / your guides, / the world. Because we're pulling in the energy of the world today. So, guides of pile number 4 and the World card. Please give us messages and advice for the completion of a journey, for the end of a road, for the celebration of something well done, something complete, something perfectly balanced. Please give us advice on how to get there or the energy of that. All right, now okay guys, I'm just gonna shuffle this way 3 times. I'm not looking for jumpers. I'm just trying to make sure everything's shuffled. I just say that because on the first 2 groups I didn't say that, and so many cards tried to jump out of the deck. So, but when I said it on group number 3, they were like, "Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, we got the World card at the bottom of the deck." That's so weirdly appropriate because the World is the end card. I don't know how that happened, but okay. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the 4 cards before it and see what this journey you've been on has been. 2, 3, 4. Okay. That's so weird. That didn't happen with anybody else. Just you guys. All right. So I'm gonna show them to you in the way that I'm gonna read them. All right. So here we have the 3 of Coins, which is the 3 of Pentacles in this deck. Then we have the Hermit card. Then we have the 4 of Coins. So we see a progression here. And then we have the Empress card. Oh, beautiful. And now we have the World. That's so crazy that it was at the bottom of the deck. That didn't happen with anybody else. Okay. So I'm going to just spread out these cards. I'm going to take a little look-see and see what messages I am feeling from your guides and the World card. Okay. Wow. You guys have been on a whole journey here. Obviously. So, you have 2 3s, by the way, because the 3 of Coins is a 3, but so is the Empress. She is card number 3. So you have 2 3s, in case that is interesting to any of you out there. I know some people like numbers a lot, so. Okay, so here we have the 3 of Coins. The 3 of Coins is all about working together with people. And then directly after it, we have the Hermit card, which is all about an internal journey to self and sort of cutting yourself off from the rest of the world to work internally. And then the card after that we have is the 4 of Coins, which is the card of stinginess. And in this deck, it's very about the feeling of holding on to something too tight, that you stifle it, that you almost kill it. And yeah, I'll explain more in a second. And then we have the Empress, which is all about self-care and love and embracing that maternal energy within all of us to receive. And then lastly, we have the World card, which is a celebration of a happy ending, of a completed cycle. So I really do see a cycle here, you guys. So what I'm getting from this is at some point you worked together with some people on some things. You were very open and very excited about this prospect, about this journey, about the energy that you were getting from this project. But at some point, it must have changed, because we have these 2 figures in the background that, I don't know, oh, here, I'll show you. These 2 figures in the background that have very angry faces. I don't know this myth very well, so I couldn't tell you what it is about. But because of these angry faces in the background, I'm really getting that, like, there was a point where this project, this working together with other people, turned sour for you. And it made you retreat into yourself to become this Hermit card, to invest in yourself above others and kind of pull yourself away from the general public. Oh, I just saw 99 on the time on the camera. I don't normally have the time on the camera because it freaks me out a little bit, but today for some reason I kept it on, so it's on. So if 9's a good number for you guys, you got 9s. You also got 3s, which is a multiple. Well, 9 is a multiple of 3. So anyway, continuing on, the Hermit is this journey that you were on, like, something went sour that made you pull back into yourself to hide from the world. And because of this hiding from the world, you entered to this 4 of Coins energy of hiding yourself away, of being stingy with yourself, of this myth is about the Vulture King who kept his wife captive basically, and didn't allow her to experience any of life. So she began to resent and hate him and eventually escapes from him. So this is an energy of keeping yourself trapped. It's a much more trapped energy than the normal four of coins is. And it's about like really holding yourself back. But at some point, something happens, or something is going to happen, or maybe it's this reading, or maybe it's already happened, where you realize that you are the one keeping yourself back because this one thing hurt you, and now you refuse to work with other people or put yourself out there at all. So this moment happens where you become, you begin to see through the eyes of the trapped wife instead of the eyes of the vulture. Instead of being like, but this is mine and I want to protect it, you start seeing it as, but I want to be free and see myself fully realized. I don't want to stay stuck. Once you reach that change in perspective, you really embrace this energy of loving yourself, of seeing the value in yourself, and instead of keeping that value hidden and under a bushel, you let it shine, you burst forth so that you can receive such blessings that the world is able to give to you, because you are putting yourself out there, you're letting yourself open up and be able to receive again from the universe, from the world. Which leads us to the World card, which is this beautiful, happy ending, happy reuniting of these two lovers who have been separated by the world, and yet go on a whole journey. Like the woman in this story is really the hero because she travels so far to get to her love. He plays music so that she can find him. And it's this beautiful reuniting of lovers at the end of the story that both tribes rejoice and celebrate because they have joined together in union and made both of their tribes stronger by doing so. And yeah, it's a beautiful story. I read it before because I was like, this deck is all about fairy tales. I really need to know what the fairy tale of the world is. So I think this journey you've been on to releasing yourself from past injuries so that you can step forth into the world with this Empress energy of loving yourself and being confident in the person you are and being confident enough to even give that to other people. I believe that your guides and the world is saying that because of that energy of putting yourself out there, of being confident, of giving of yourself and receiving, you're going to be able to get these opportunities to find that thing, whatever it is, love, job, purpose, whatever you have been searching for, you will now be able to complete the cycle and find it because you have opened yourself up so beautifully to what's around you again. Oh, that's so sweet, you guys. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do for you, I told you it was going to be a short, sweet reading. So the last thing I'm going to do for you guys is I have my Fairy Wisdom Oracle deck. I'm just going to shuffle it and get any last messages we have from the world and your guides about this completed journey, or this journey in the hopes of completion that you are on right now. Any last parting advice for my group number 4s? Any last parting advice on group number 4 for their opening up journey of finding and releasing themselves unto the world? Oh, there you go. Oh, that's such a sweet message. So the card that popped out for you guys is this card here, which is card number 16, Believe. Oh, it's a beautiful purple fairy. All right, I'm gonna put it here. Oh, see, on the rest of the readings, the card was here in the middle, so I could like push it all up and do so it's fine. Okay, we're just gonna push these up, all of them together, since the world is the end, and put this one here so you can look at it while I read it to you. So this is card number 16. 6, another division of 3. So, which is funny because you're pile number 4. Anyway, 16, believe. Keyword, faith. You have pulled this card to remind you to believe in yourself, your divinity, and have faith in spirit. This may be a time when you have been facing... I'm going to start that sentence again. This may be a time when you have been facing questions about your life and asking for answers. You may wish to know if you are on the right path. This card tells you that you are divinely guided. Release all your doubts. If someone tells you that your dreams are not realistic, remember, who are they to judge your path? You have a voice that... You have that voice within you that gives you your answers. It will not lie to you. Listen to its message. It will only give you sound advice. It may be time for you to evaluate your belief in a higher power. Realize that you are part of this higher intelligence, that you are made of the same stuff. Have faith in your connection and rejoice that it is so. Believing is a very important step in actually manifesting your good on earth. Believe also in the other realms that you cannot necessarily see. They believe in you. Like you, they are divine by birth, and they will help you work with the concept of faith if you ask for their help. And this is the little poem it has at the end. I believe in the divine spirit that guides me. I trust my inner knowledge. I am part of divinity manifested on earth. Wherever I go, so walk my angels and my guides. I am never alone. I am supported by life itself. So be it. Believe in fairies today. Aww. That makes me really happy because, like, I'm such a Peter Pan person, and, you know, I always believe in the fairies, right? Anyway, thank you so much for being here, you guys. Thank you for letting me read for you. I hope you have a blessed everything. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, push the little thumbsy uppy button. And that's it, you guys. Thanks for watching. This was Pan. Bye, group number 4.